two true avatars. I translated into English and Spanish the information contained in this video from the article Deux vrais avatars, written by Mado, tripletransformation.ca. Several spiritual seekers have offered us their explanations about the role of humanity. Those who enlightened me the most in my quest for truth were Sri Aurobindo and Mother. It is impossible for us to grasp the reasons for the planned human extinction without first understanding who these two researchers were and what they accomplished during their most recent time on Earth. The word avatar has been used all over the place for a few years. This Sanskrit word, Sanskrit, is an ancient language of India, means descent from heaven, that is, the incarnation of the divine in a human being. Mother describes the avatar as the earthly embodiment of supreme truth. The best known avatars are Krishna, Hinduism, and Buddha, Buddhism, but we could also include Jesus, Christianity, and other more recent ones such as Ramakrishna, 1836 to 1886. However, many people of the past were considered avatars who may not have been. Let me introduce you to two true avatars. Not often do they incarnate on Earth. It is only after they are dead that one can usually understand the primary role they played in human evolution. So don't be surprised if you don't know Sri Aurobindo and Mother yet. Nothing better than to start with a photo of them. Death is not an inevitable thing. It is an accident that has always happened until now. We have put it in our head and in our will to overcome this accident and to rise above it. But this is such a terrible, formidable battle against all the laws of nature, all collective suggestions, all earthly habits, that unless you are a first-class warrior and let nothing frighten, it is better not to start the battle. You have to be an absolutely intrepid hero because at every step and every second you have to fight a battle against all that is established. Mother, Interviews, 1953. Aurobindo Ghose, 1872 to 1950. For the power of our mind, life, and body are bound to their own limitations, and however high they may rise, or however widely expand, they cannot rise beyond them. But still, mental man can open to what is beyond him and call down a supramental light, truth, and power to work in him and do what the mind cannot do. If mind cannot by effort become what is beyond the mind, the supermind can descend and transform mind into its own substance. Sri Aurobindo. Described as a scholar, revolutionary, philosopher, yogi, guru, writer, psychologist, playwright, and poet, Aurobindo Ghose is hard to pigeonhole. Born in India in 1872, he studied in England between the ages of 7 and 20. Returning to his native country, he became involved in the liberation of India from British rule, going so far as to promote active revolution through writings, lectures, and planning with groups of agitators. Arrested in 1908, he spent a year in prison and had profound spiritual experiences there. Miraculously acquitted, he abandoned politics and moved to Pondicherry, a French trading post in India, to devote himself completely to his inner development. Mother described him in a simple sentence. He has come to tell the earth to prepare for a bright future. Indeed, the avatar Sri Aurobindo had a primary mission to fulfill for the entire physical universe, to establish the beginning of a new post-animal kingdom on earth, which he called the Supramental Kingdom, beyond the mind. To succeed, he had to prepare his physical body to accept the supramental vibration from the divine worlds, without everything bursting out in him. This new energy was so powerful that intense inner preparation was necessary. He knew that once well anchored in him, the supramental automatically became accessible to all human bodies. The task that he had undertaken was of such magnitude that he needed another avatar to help him accomplish it. This was the role of his companion in evolution, Mother, who moved to Pondicherry in 1920 to assist him in his efforts. Mira Alfasa, 1878 to 1973. I am on earth because it is on earth that the divine work must be done, and for no other reason. The Mother. Born in Paris in 1878, Mira first studied the arts and at the age of 20 married a well-known Impressionist painter, Henri Morisset, with whom she gave birth to a son, André. Gifted in the occult since birth, she studied this science with Max Theon, known at the time for his creation of the cosmic movement. She divorced, then later remarried to Paul Richard. It was with him that she met Sri Aurobindo for the first time in 1914. Mira settled permanently in Pondicherry in 1920. Her husband left her soon after. She will remain there until her death. In 1926, when Sri Aurobindo retired, he left her in charge of the ashram, which grew in number and reputation under the tireless direction of the one he called the Mother. After the death of Sri Aurobindo, she continued in her own body the work that he had been unable to complete. He had told her a few months before his death, "One of us has to go." One had to work from the subtle worlds, while the other one remained well anchored in the physical world so that together he and Mother could install the supramental in a first human physical body, that of the Mother, which was more solid and enduring than the less resistant one of Sri Aurobindo. It was on February 29, 1956, that Mother declared for the first time to the assembled disciples, "Tonight, the divine presence was there, present among you, concrete and material. I had a form of living gold, as big as the universe, and I stood before a huge gate of solid gold, the gate that separated the world from the divine. Looking at the door, I knew and wanted in a single movement of consciousness that the time has come. I raised a huge golden knocker which I held in both hands. I struck the door once, and the door was shattered. Then the supramental light, force, and consciousness spread in uninterrupted streams on the earth. In addition to founding Aurobindo, an international city aiming at human unity, and guiding the ashram in Pondicherry, Mother worked on her body to anchor the supramental consciousness to the depths of her cells. Her efforts were noted and recorded by her privileged disciple, Supreme, in the 13 volumes of Mother's diary. Years before, Sri Aurobindo had explained Mother's work in these words: "She works here, in the body, to bring down something which has not yet expressed itself in this material world, and which will transform life here below." It was the first time since the beginning of humanity that two avatars incarnated simultaneously on earth to perform the same action. Sri Aurobindo embodied the complete vibration of the Supreme Lord, divine masculine aspect of the immobile witness, and Mira Alfasa, that of the Supreme Mother, divine feminine aspect of the universal Creator. It is important to note that neither has announced their avatar status. It is only with the description that they gave of it, as well as a very limited glimpse of the interior work that they accomplished during all of their life, that the people who closely rubbed shoulders with them were able to arrive at this obvious conclusion. After their physical death, their work continued and still continues today from the invisible worlds. For the supramentalized physical world to become apparent, according to Sri Aurobindo and Mother, a critical mass of human beings must consciously effect a triple transformation. 1. The complete union of soul and body, mental, vital, and physical. 2. The ascent of consciousness towards the supramental. And 3. The descent of the supramental into the most material physical body. The appearance of an avatar on earth is an extremely rare event. The appearance of two avatars simultaneously is unheard of, as the purpose of the avatar is to lead evolution. As Sri Aurobindo explained to us, the presence of two avatars, that of the Supreme Lord and that of the Supreme Mother, clearly demonstrates to us that the next evolutionary stage is fundamental. Its purpose is the manifestation of a new type of living matter possessing all the attributes of the divine. We are therefore living in a unique moment in universal history, which will only take place once, and which is currently taking place on earth and nowhere else. What a thrilling adventure! Sri Aurobindo and Mother opened the way. It is not as if you have to cross impenetrable layers. The path is open. Therefore, everything is possible. Supreme, Mother, or the mutation of death. Infinite love. It is up to us not to comply, yet have compassion towards others, no matter where they are at on their evolutionary path of consciousness. Every day, I must reinforce my resolve to move forward on my evolutionary path towards the new species. Let us rejoice, because everything that unfolds in the world of lies is only an illusion, and this world of lies is disintegrating before us exponentially. From hell on earth to paradise on earth, We are building what many said was impossible. Consider joining us in our consciousness community on the edge of the town of Popayan in southern Colombia. This is an invitation for a long-term stay at Cascada Café Retiro in Colombia. There is absolutely nowhere to hide. Having said that, in Popayan there is good food growth throughout the year, and the temperate mountain climate makes life very comfortable here. Will you join us in this paradise on earth? I consult by phone and offer tools so that you can find your individual solution by making contact with your soul. Please share my videos so that this information can reach the people who need it. Infinite love.